All right, guys. All right, it's Mr. Frederick right back at you with another great episode of The Good Word. Woo! Yeah! All right. All right. That always gets me pumped up, guys. You gotta you gotta pump yourself up. There you go. Okay, I'm going to get right into it, family. Today, our topic of discussion is going to be your favor improves your life over time, family. Your favor improves your life over time. So I'm going to break down how this works. Okay, there's a lot of things that you must experience, you must learn. Okay, quite frankly, in life, uh, as your favor it's always been there. It's not like it's new. It's always been there, but it's lessons that you have to learn as it improves. So it's not like you just have this favor and it's for no reason. It's directly tied to your purpose. Okay, it's tied to why you're here, your calling. So this improves over time. Okay, so it's like you've always had it, but as you get these lessons to do new missions and new responsibilities, yes, it improves. So, that being said, family, understand that what you are and when you are that, it's God's timing. Okay, He's doing it on His time when it's supposed to be. So you can put all the plays in motion, but until God wants it to happen, and that's what free will is, family. We can do everything we want to do when we want to improve our lives, but it's going to happen on God's time, when and how He wants it. Okay, regardless of what we desire. Oh God, I want it right now. I want to do this. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's way too precious to be put in your control. Okay, where you're going to get it right when you want it. No, it's when you're supposed to have it because you don't know. The Lord sees what you can't see. You don't know. You might want something and not understanding, like, say, for instance, who you have around. You have someone around you that God's like, no, no way. I'm going to give you that blessing with that demon around you. Okay? And I mean, you'll find out, again, God's timing, you'll find out exactly what they are in His timing. And you'll get rid of them. You know, that's the way it's always going. If you look at your life pattern, you'll look and see that oftentimes when your favor's shown, like when it's really shown and you start really getting the abundance coming in, it's when you got rid of some people. Okay, it's when you literally got rid of these demons because He's not going to bless you with them so they can eat off your table. No, it's going to get rid of them. So that's why you have to be patient, family. And He doesn't make any mistakes. God has perfect timing. Okay, uh, and understand that in your past, when you got this favor, you were like, uh, I could accept, someone being hot and cold with me. Oh yeah, they love bomb and then they pull back, push and pull all these little narcissistic, crazy nut job games that very ill demonic people will play. You'll accept that. You'll be like, well, they had a bad past, or they this happened to them. Oh, I feel sorry for you would run all these misplaced heartfelt sympathies towards these and empathy towards these demonic individuals. And then when you started to understand the word and when you start to understand how God works, you start to understand that that doesn't do any longer. Like that's no longer going to be something that you would accept. That hot and cold, minimum effort. You're the one putting all the emotional effort. Because basically those people bank on, understand, family, when you're favored, they know that. Okay, they know you're favored. Whether they admit it or not, they see favor in your life. They know how many demons you overcame. They see how many evil family members and former friends and people you got rid of, relationship lovers. They see how you got rid of all these people, right? So they can see, okay, this person has been around some really, really destructive entities, okay, throughout his or her lifetime. This person has been around some real demons. And all of them are out of that person's life. So they know you have favor. They know that God is working in your life. Like people aren't stupid. Even if they Again, they might like act like they don't, but they know, okay, this person been around that. He had a mother like, he had a father like, he had a family like that. Ah, you know, they're looking at this. They're like, wow, they're hearing you. They're like, you had that kind of upbringing? You understand? They're surprised that you're so well adjusted and you're, you know, it's nothing but the Lord. Okay, it's nothing but the blood of Jesus. So they're surprised, but they're looking at the same time. They're like, oh, this person's highly favored. Because some people have had real spiritual warriors in their upbringing. Like they have real people, like that real praying grandmother, that real praying whatever auntie or uncle. They have real family. Like some people have real loving family that prayed over them, that were good people, God-fearing people. And so when they hear your story and they hear how many demonic people you were around and you had to overcome, the fact that you're able to raise to a level to where you can minister to others, you can coach others, you can lead others, you can lead yourself, you can, you know, create organizations, you can do so much, right? And they're looking like, wow, this person has a real anointing over them, real favor. You didn't come up with real people that was real believers. You came up with a lot of phonies and evil people. So you might not have been able to recognize how much favor you had. But these people see it. And they're like, let me latch on. Not because they really love and care about you, but because they see the favor. So that's what you got to be careful. That's why you see the hot and cold. Listen, family, when someone's really about the Lord, they're not playing hot and cold games. First of all, first thing you're going to see is they're going to be truthful. So hot and cold is not true. That's either I need to go get some help, or that's either I have some sort of psychopathy, I'm a sociopath, I have some sort of sickness, or I'm, you know, just being led by the adversary. Either way, not good, okay, not truthful, okay? So remember, God, Lord always says, I'm the truth, I'm the light, I'm the way. So hot and cold, minimization games, insecure, all that stuff is not a God, family. So understand that you now, the way you move now is so different than how you moved before. With your favor, you understand how precious it is. You don't just toss it around like, oh yeah, you could be around me. You could be around me. You're cool. Okay, I'll take that. All right, I'll forget. Hell no, you're not forgiving them. Joker, stay away from me. And you better keep 10 feet away from me. You know, you are the whole different, because you always have both sides. It's just that you was like giving like the wrong people like access to your anointing, your favor. Like you wasn't really treasuring what you had. It was like you knew you had it, but it was like, so you were over generous. You were very generous to the wrong people. Oh, this person's my kid. This person, hey, I don't care about that. You ain't my kid. If you don't show me love, you bye, out of here. You know, till that spirit is worked on by the Lord, you won't be around me. I don't care what your title. See, you don't go by that anymore. You understand the spirit now, which before you were trying to dictate what the spirit was. Oh, you should be this, and so that's how I'm going to interact with you. You learn over time, no. If you go by that, you're going to get rolled over in this world, family. Oh, I like this person. Oh, I see the best in this person. Oh, I think this person should be this. I did this for this person, so this person should be that. Family, if you go by that logic, you're going to be around some really snaky, actually, you won't even last long. I mean, really, you can't go by the logic. You got to go by what it is. It's like if I have a serpent, if I have a wolf, if I have let's take a wolf. If I have a wolf come up to me, right? And it's like, and I have some food and the wolf is skinny and hungry or whatever. I feed it one day. Okay. Wolf comes back. Feed it again. And next thing you know, I keep feeding that wolf, right? Long enough till he's strong enough to bite me. You understand my logic in that? And take me out. All because I'm feeding this wolf. You see that wolf, you make sure that wolf stay away from you, or you eliminate that wolf. Okay, and you got to see it as a wolf. You can never forget that that's a wolf. It's not a Labrador Retriever. It's not an Alaskan Malamute. It's not a Siberian Husky. It's a wolf. And until now, when you see a Alaskan Malamute, when you see a Siberian Husky that looks very much like a wolf, but it's not a wolf, when you see them, you treat them accordingly. But if you're a wolf, you're going to get treated like a wolf. I'm not giving you no love. Hell no. And that's how you move, family. And again, you learn this over time because you're the type person, you're very smart. So you learn. You adapt. You have a growth mindset. And that's where people always get twisted about you. Because they don't think like they have a T brain. You have an M. You're unique. You're very intelligent. God gives all gifts in you. So you can look at something, right? Okay, I did that one time. That doesn't work. You're not going to keep doing it. You give somebody one chance, and after that, you see what they are. And see, they thinking you're still the same person towards them because they don't really have the intelligence that you have. It's the truth. I'm not trying to put people down, but some people are just not that smart, family. Like, they really think that every time they see you, you're going to be the same way to them, regardless of how they treat you. That's why I say that's not a smart person. If I know me, common sense, if I know I did this to a certain person, or if I know I'd shown this person disrespect or whatever, I automatically know this person here, I actually probably want to leave them alone because I'm like, okay, this person's not going to be the same with me. I see how I was with them. It's just, but some people, again, they don't really have that logic. So understand, family, when you receive this favor, you're going to have a lot of fakers. Like I was saying, a hot and cold. You're going to have a lot of people to play games. You're going to have it because, again, they have an energy that comes from the enemy, comes from the adversary that's attracted to you, your light. And you're going to have to know how to move around these people. Your favor is improving over time. If you notice, the more these people you got rid of, the more your favor. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence if I have a basketball team. Look at the New York Knicks, right? They just won a championship. They had all these players over the years, recent years. They had Carmelo Anthony. They had, I can't even name so many guys that they got rid of that were supposed to be great additions to their team. They got rid of all those guys, okay? And they win a championship. It's not a coincidence because those guys on paper look good, but they weren't champions, okay? Brunson is a champion. That's the point. Sometimes you win by elimination because what you got around you is not a winner. I mean, we're winners, family. So you're going to have a lot of haters that are going to, they're going to abandon, they're going to, play games and all that kind of stuff. But you're going to get rid of those people. You're going to get rid of them. And understand that, again, God's not going to let you be a champion with them around. You're going to lose around them. And it's because by you being divinely guided, he's connecting what you're getting towards how you're moving. Okay, if you say you believe in yourself, if you say you're confident, if you say that you have this gift, your actions need to reflect that. Excuse me. You can't say I'm special. You can't say I see God's favor over me. I'm loving, but I'm discerning. I'm harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent. But walk like you're a complete donkey. You see, everything has to line up. Your actions have to line up with what you believe and what you say. So it's not like you can just do whatever when you have this favor. There's too much given, much is required. There's a responsibility with this favor. And it's a reason there's a responsibility because he didn't give it to everyone. He gave it to you. So you can't have this favor and just use it. Be out here hurting people. Be out here manipulating. Be out here. You can't. And you'll see that even your actions, when you're treating your vessel badly, he's not going to, you can't be out here abusing drugs, okay, abusing substances, willfully sinning, it's certain things you can't do. And that's what people don't get. They're like, oh, this person just got so much favor. They're blessed by the Lord. But they don't realize, no, it's a lot that comes with that. And that can confuse you. Because a lot of times, family, you're trying to go by the word, but sometimes what you have around you is so dark that it's like, wow, how can I treat this like this? Because it doesn't line up. This person's a pariah. This person's a demon. And it says, love thy this and that. You see, So in that case, you can't have normal behaviors for abnormal circumstances and people that you're around. You can't treat them with that same, because they'll take advantage of that. Those aren't people that you can treat like in a respectful, honorable way, because you don't have the typical setting. So that's how the enemy, that's how the adversary tricks you early on in life, because he did not surround you with people that you can go by the book with and treat that way. It's just like a wolf. It's not a puppy that you can pet and feed a doggy bone and play with. No, it's a wolf. It'll chew your leg off. And so that to my good-hearted people, to my sprouting crowns out there, family, to my individuals that have this gift, you got to know that you have to treat the individuals around you accordingly, not to what you want them to be or to how the good book is saying that they should be. Okay, so also understand, again, you got to know that it's okay. It's going to be a lot of negative energy that you'll encounter. You have in your family witches, warlock. You have all these evil spirits, because that's why he places you there. Okay, he placed you there to be that one that's not. This ain't happening. I know you're a witch. I know you're a warlock. Okay, I know you have demonic energy. I'm gonna call you out. I'm not gonna be around you. If they choose to be around you, cool. They get what they get. But I can't be around you. You're not hurting my favor. So you are placed in that kind of environment for a reason. It's a test for everyone. Okay, because you are a messenger too. And you are someone who, when people say, oh, I never knew this. No, you did. Somebody came and let you know. You knew exactly who you was around. You knew exactly who you was paying homage to. You knew that was a serpent, but you still chose to. So you represent not just lessons for yourself and for people. You represent tests and lessons for everyone around you. Okay, you know this person. Oh, well, you can't do nothing for me, so I don't deal with him. I don't deal with her. She can't do nothing for me. That's a test from God for that person. And they don't even know it. Oh, you'll deal with them because they can't do that. Okay. God's like, okay, hold my non-alcoholic beer. Okay, I got you. Check, I'll remember that. And see, these people, they don't have spiritual eyes, so they can't see. They're just looking at money, what somebody's going to give them. Or these are very limited, unintelligent people. I mean, spiritually, probably logically too. Like, I'm just being real. I'm not talking down, but these aren't the sharpest tools in the drawer. And that's why you have to come and kind of educate people, okay, with information and knowledge and wisdom. So, and it's not just 1 and 1 equals 2. It's knowledge from the God. From, when you're a life coach, you listen, most of the lessons you learn from life. That's why you're a life coach. When you get put in a position where people listen to you, people respect you, okay, they trust your information, it means something. That means something, family. You don't get thousands of people listening to you because you're talking gibberish. They relate to something. So I don't care if a hater or whatever, somebody that's jealous, envious, say whatever. Of course they're going to say they're a hater. They don't have that anointing. Nobody's listening to them. Nobody want to hear what they say. Nobody's following nothing that they say. Okay? And they don't even have the courage to say because they're not speaking truth. But when you speak the truth, it's a certain frequency, it's a certain vibration that resonates with certain people. It's not for everybody. Some people, their ears, they don't have ears to hear or eyes to see. They're not ready to hear the truth. Truth hurts. They're like, no, that can't be my truth. That bruises my ego. My mother can't be that. My brother can't be that. My daddy can't. All this silly stuff. No, that's your ego talking. You don't want to hear the truth because this is your ego talking. This is not your spirit talking. You know this is a bad person. You're not helping that bad person by not calling that bad person out and saying, hey, you're a bad person. You help that person by saying, I'm not dealing with you. You're a bad person. Get help. So not everyone has that authority to speak the truth. Truth tellers are not liked a lot of times. Through history, Muhammad Ali. I mean, you could look at Bob Marley. I mean, there's so many. Peter Tosh. You could look at Malcolm X. It's just on and on and on. Truth tellers often are not liked by a lot of people because a lot of people, the pretty lie is better than the ugly truth. But I'm here to tell you that ain't nothing Ain't nothing pretty about a lie. Okay? That's lipstick on a pig. Okay? So that's the illusion that evil and darkness wants you to buy into. And this comes in any form. It could be on your job, it could be in school, but the truth shall set you free. And that's the way to get to God. When you are living in lies, when you live in deception, you might love people, you might want the best, and you might whatever. But if it's not true, family, it ain't true. And you got to get to that point where you understand that. You have to get to that point where you mature and where you follow the Lord. You can't worship both. You can't follow lies and deception and ego and God. Oh, well, yeah, it fits my ego right now, so I'll go with, I believe in God. But as soon as it don't fit my ego and it attacks my personal ego, I don't believe in that. This person's a liar. This person's this. God sees all that. He wants to see if you're going to stay true. He got to test you some kind of way. If he tests Job, what makes you think you any different? Okay, if he let that happen to Job, what makes you think you're any more? Please, I digress. A lot of people don't understand how this works. It's not just like you just go out here and do whatever you want. It's responsibility in being a follower, a believer of the Lord. Ultimately, I'm someone who, that's my foundation. I've understood a long time ago that all this worldly stuff you see out here is very limited, family. It comes and goes. A person can have the world materially and lose his soul, and it means nothing. So you eventually are going to have to make the choice about your favor. Your favor comes with responsibility. It's not saying you're going to be perfect. You don't have to be scared if you're not perfect. Who the hell is perfect? No one is. But it's about your intentions. Are you intending to grow and walk in faith and not by sight? Or are you intending to just rely on what you see and your ego? It's not that complicated. It's responsibility that comes with it. And understand that when you see people operating under this, you got to reject them, family. You're not responsible for anyone's behavior, their emotions. You're not responsible for what they do. They did what they want to do. Okay? Let them do what they want to do, family. You don't have to come in and rescue them. Oh, no, don't do this. Oh, I feel bad that you had to do. No, they did what the hell they wanted to do. And they're going to suffer the consequences for what they do. That's why I say, forgive me, Lord. They know not what they do, but they still do. So understand, family, that a lot of these people that you encounter along your walk as your favorite gains, they don't love themselves. So they certainly can't love you. And this is true. And you can't make somebody love themselves. You can say, hey, don't eat that. You can say, hey, don't smoke that. You can say, hey, don't drink that. But ultimately, they're going to do what they want to do. Been there, done that. Until the God changes their heart and changes their, give them eyes to see, ears to hear, a wake-up call or something, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. So I know this. They can go to all the therapists, they can go to all life coaches, they can do everything. But until they seek ye the kingdom and its righteousness, all things will be added to. Until they get that, okay, you could believe whatever you want. But I'm just telling you my experience. Until they understand that I need to align with my higher self, you'll see them operate on a lower vibration, which will attract lower vibrational people, things, places to them. Just how it works. So you're not responsible for what people do. Let them do what they do. You know, these individuals a lot of times are very misled and tricked, unfortunately. And what will happen a lot of times is people will come in, okay, in your walk, and they'll act like they're one thing. Like I was saying to Hat and Cole, they'll try to act like admirers, friends, lovers. They'll masquerade like whatever. However, the truth behind it is the spirit is inside of them is really envious, jealous. Because you got to understand that your anointing, your favor, that light that you have, it's very intoxicating. Okay, for anyone who's around it, like you, it feels good. It feels good until it doesn't. because a lot of people you'll see the adversary plays a trick on a lot of people that will come around you. They'll feel good around you, but then they'll start to all of a sudden get that Judas spirit. Okay, that Judas. Oh, I'm gonna compete with you. I'm better than you. Oh, it's me. It's not you. And you're not even in that energy. You're like, I'm not competing. I just want to have companionship. You share who you are, I share me. But you got to understand that's the effects of that light. That light is not one where a lot of people can actually sit back and just be comfortable in it. It's like it feels warm, it feels good, but at the same time, that desire to have it or extinguish it comes out. And if you see people who aren't in the world, who don't believe, or who are just very worldly, they just are very blind spiritually. They're not even going to know why they're envious or like, why am I even feeling like this? Because it's not like material things. It's not like, oh, they want your house, they want your money. No, it's not that. It's not. It's very spiritual. And so these people try to do little things, lie and scheme. And when you start to see these things, family, understand you got to get rid of them because it affects your favor. Your favor grows over time. So that's why everything is revealed to you over time. Your purpose, the right types of people you want to be around, the right type of job you're supposed to have. You might have worked all sorts of crazy jobs in your life or professions, whatever. The only job that really going to count is one you do for God. Okay? That's the only one that's going to count in the end. Those people won't even show up when it's your home going. They gone. Who? Oh, that's sad. That happened to old Charlie over there. Could care less. Next. God cares. Okay? So that's who you're going to have to be responsible to, family, in the end. So I don't see why people try to prolong it. Go to God. All these people out here, their opinions change like the wind. So understand all these tricks these individuals do, they never work because you're going to always get guided to get them out of there. It's just like they can kind of delay it a little bit. But the end result is you're going to get rid of them. They're not going to be around you. It just won't happen. He won't let it happen. So, but you'll find that for some time they'll try to. And by the way, family, I always say that. I know I use this word a lot, suckers. I use this word a lot, suckers. But it's true. I always say that people who try to take advantage of good-hearted people, okay, I always thought they're suckers because to me, I always look at it like this. Like, okay, so, and you know how I know it's a sucker type personality? If that person came up to you was like, what? That same person that would take advantage of a good-hearted person would run if they didn't think they could beat them. But since that person's like, hey, how you doing? What you need? They like, okay, got a lick, got one. So to me, that automatically tells, since that person knows how to run when they see the person that might kick their ass, okay, but the person that's coming with love and friendliness, they're looking for how I can take advantage of this. That's the reason they're a sucker. See, a real person that walks with authority and is who they are, first of all, they don't have a need to try to take advantage of no one. They're like, hey, I treat people as I want to be treated. But when you're in that sucker spirit, you're looking for any advantage you can get because you're a sucker. You can't stand on your own and face something that you think might take you out for no reason. You are a sucker. In all intents and purposes of the word, you're a sucker. So understand that those people, that try to do that, they never win because the growth mindset always is going to eliminate them. And that's what God gives. God gives, that God in you gives you a growth mindset for a reason. It allows you to grow. Listen, when you are doing this, when you are helping people, it could be one person that hear your word. Okay, it'd be one person, 2, 3, 4, who knows? You got thousands of people listening to you. But it doesn't have to be an army of people who hear your word. But God guides you to the right people. The right people find my videos. The right people relate. Some people is not going to like me on sight. And that's fine. They'll miss the message and they'll miss the blessing. And that's good. They ain't meant to have it. So That's the thing about a sucker. A sucker is not going to get the message. They're not going to get the blessing because they're a sucker. And that's their role. And it is probably never going to change until they want to change it. So don't go out here, family, with your favor and try to save everybody. You just do what God puts you to do, and the right people will find it in the right time. And that's the same thing with you. You will find everything you're supposed to have at the right time. So when you do make moves, when you move, it's exhausting if you're constantly second guessing yourself, if you're doubting and fearing. None of those things of God. I move, and I move how I move. And it is what it is. I take the consequences of what it is, and I take the benefits of what it is, because I know I have a higher power behind me. You have that higher power behind you. Okay? If you're a believer. All right? If you're not, I'm not going to judge you. Maybe you're not there yet. Who knows? Maybe you just need a little more life experience. In time, you'll see what this world is about. It's not all about what you got on, what you're driving, where you live, where you're from, all this silly stuff that people that are attached to the physical so much and defined by it, they never can find peace in it. And they can't even see why they are unhappy. It's because they put their alignment with the wrong thing. It's just like individuals that go up against you along your way and your favor gains, they aligned with the wrong thing. So in time, they see, wow, I picked that side, and that side ain't winning no more. No, it's not winning. It's the wrong side. It's darkness. It's going to look good for a while. So it's a shiny object, but it's phony. It's fake. Fake things never last. Real always lasts. Cream will always rise to the top, family. Cream of the crop will always rise up. So you can try little games. You could lie. You could do everything you want to keep it down. You could try to, mischaracterize someone. You could, this person did this. Everything's going to come out. This is why it's a waste of time. Lying. Okay, scheming and devising, using the devil's plans to try to take somebody down. Because everything you do that's done in darkness comes to light. So therefore, if that person is walking in light, you'll never win. Everything they do will rise up, and everybody will see it. And the more you do, the more the person will rise, the more people will see it. That's why you don't practice darkness. And darkness, witchcraft, all that stuff, people say witch, all it is evil. It's wishing bad on someone when you know you're bad, you know they're good. Like there's no, you can't make bad, good, bad. That's devil work. Actions, thoughts, intentions determines clearly what's bad and what's good. Someone has an intention of love. They wish the best for you. It's true and it's honest and there's no manipulation behind it. That's love. It's true, honest, and real. Someone wishes bad, ill will, the worst for you. That is hate and bad intentions and evil. And it's from the enemy. Snow trying to excuse it. No, God knows your heart. So there's no way you can kind of twist it and manipulate. And that's a manipulation, again, of the enemy. Manipulating the truth. So again, there's no mixing these things up. This person did this back in to this person. God ain't playing them silly games. He know your heart. He know if you jealous and you're a hater. So that's why you get what you get. So understand, there's no way you can get past this stuff. So these evil people, they always fall, and understand as well that along your walk, you don't worry about them. When you let these people go, family, when you decide to finally step into your purpose and truly be your best, forget about the rest and never stress. Don't deal with mess. Don't accept less. I can keep going. But anyway, until you decide to do that, you're going to see that these individuals are going to keep coming. Your favor is going to keep being delayed. And you're going to get everything, but it's just that they just come in as a disruption. They can't stop anything. Only thing they come in is a delayer and a disruption to kind of like try to, you're on your way, you're walking down the street, somebody just come along and try to run in front of you real quick and just, let me stop you a little bit. That's all they're coming for, because they're lost spirits, so they can't be used for good when they're still under this darkness. They can only be used by the enemy to try to start people of light. So when you are rising and your favor is evolving, your favor is changing, everything's getting better and better for you in this walk. Understand, you got to let a lot go. Okay? You got to let a lot go, because at some point, it's like, why do I have this around me? It's just either adding to me or it's deleting from me, because my favor is improving and telling me no. So let that go. Okay? If your favor is telling you no, and your favor is God's presence. So if it's saying no, nothing that is right for you, you should be fighting. Nothing that is right for you in this life, you should be fighting. Okay? A goal that you want to accomplish, you keep working towards it, but it shouldn't feel like a fight. Okay? Now, if something attacks you, yes, you have to defend yourself and fight back. But if it's supposed to be a support system, an ecosystem between you and another individual and everybody that's going to align. That's going to align naturally. But it's not going to be a fight. So that's how you know. Okay, if you have to try to discern whether someone is good or bad, come on. You should know. This person is either good or bad for me. Okay? And don't use guilt, shame. Don't let nobody do none of that. Listen, that's the whole reason a lot of the favor, a lot of the light bearers, okay, a lot of the anointed, a lot of the individuals in this world, my sprouting crowns, that's the reason you came up early with these dark individuals around you. It's because it's to confuse you early, okay, about a lot of things. Oh, how do I do this? Because it's very hard if you're confused. Remember, confused is nothing but the devil. But when you're confused, it's hard to walk in your walk because you're confused. You're not sure. So these are the same entities you'll see later on, different bodies. Okay, don't worry about the body, but they jump in different bodies, try to get in front of you, impede your progress. It's the same energy. Like, you ever meet somebody, it's like, you remind me of my cousin. You remind me of it's the same thing. They just jump into they need a body. They just use their body. It's the same devilish energy. And as soon as you're able to recognize this energy and this entity that jumps into different people, could jump in your kid, jump in anyone. But the target is you. When you have that favor, when you have that light. It could jump in strangers. A lot of times it jumps into mentally ill people because they can't protect themselves. They don't have the sound mind. Remember, God gives you a sound mind. So if someone's ill mentally, they could easily jump into them and use them. Strangers out of nowhere, run up on you. Real talk, I've had it happen. And you're like, what in the world? Why didn't you run up on this one, that one? No. It's that light in you, family. So understand, your favor is a lot that comes with it. But it's okay. God got you. And it's not about likes. It's not about subscribers. Again, the message reaches the right people at the right time for the right purpose. That might be one person. Who cares? If God put it in you, it comes out. What's in someone, always remember, it comes out. Whatever is within comes out. So if you got darkness in you, it's going to come out. If you got light in you, it's going to come out. And you're going to share it to the world. So when God uses us, a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, all the times, he knows how he's going to use us and what we're going to do. He just don't give you this for no reason. He know what you do with it. It's people that have just as much knowledge, or maybe not just much because they don't have the light, so they're not enlightened, but they have a lot of knowledge that can still help others, but they won't. And they won't ever get to the level to where you are informed, because God knows their heart. So he'll never let them know what he lets you know. He'll never give them like psychic ability to see people, see them right through people, see into the future, the ability to manifest. He'll never give them all that because he know what they'll do with it. He knows what you'll do with it. That's why he blessed you. So you don't walk in feeling ashamed of what you have. You're very thankful and you feel a sense of responsibility. But know that along this walk, family, you're going to run into a whole lot. But you are equipped. You have all the equipment you need to handle every situation. You're like MacGyver. Remember MacGyver? Everything he had to handle. He'd have a paper clip. He'd take that paper clip, put it with a match, and then put it with some ammonia and some Ajax and create a bomb and get out of jail. I used to love that. But yeah, it's like MacGyver. You know, you have everything. You have everything you need. Even if it looks like you don't have it, you have it. All right, family, I'm going to get out of here. So remember, your favor comes in time, comes with responsibility, and it's always going on. And you just got a lot of responsibility to watch out along the way to take care of it. Okay? Check me out on Sprouting Crowns, family. Also, check me out on TikTok. And, of course, we're here on YouTube. Join the Sprouting Crowns Facebook family as well. Feel free. And Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Peace.